A WWL Louisiana investigation is the centerpiece of a new documentary detailing abuse by the Catholic Church. It premieres at a London Film Festival next month.
Brandon Walker sat down with Chief Investigator David Hammer, his reporting partner, and the team behind the film.
He just touched everybody, and honestly, that made him the perfect victim.
It's a goodbye with which Mike Brandner has had to live for over 30 years. 1993, when younger brother Scott died, took his own life.
He was a 29-year-old resident with his whole life in front of him. The grooming started when he was like 10 years old.
Scott was an anesthesiologist. His story, as told through his brother, spoke of a pain prompted by letters, penned by a priest.
It says right here, I've never loved a person as much as you before.
That's WWL Chief Investigator David Hammer reading one of the letters Father Brian Highfill is accused of writing to Scott. Years of abuse hidden, yet brought to light in 2020 as part of David's Losing Faith series.
As an altar boy, Scott spent more and more time with Father Highfill. So did other teens, including a 16-year-old girl.
It was head to toe, front and back, all over body massages.
David and his reporting partner, Ramon Vargas from The Guardian, uncovered those allegations and others.
And over the following 16 years, there were more complaints against Highfill.
Despite those claims, the Archdiocese of New Orleans did not initially place Father Highfill on its list of clergy accused of abuse.
They said that the letters were certainly inappropriate.
A point David highlighted when he interviewed Archbishop Gregory Amen in 2020. David and Ramon's reporting showed other documented complaints and allegations were missing from Father Highfill's file. David asked the Archbishop about that too.
I would say that it was probably a clerical error. No excuse.
Weeks after David and Ramon's reporting, the Archbishop added Brian Highfill's name to that list of accused clergy.
There was a mountain of evidence that was not being considered.
It becomes apparent that there's a lot more evidence than the church admits having. You look at some of the other people that were put on the list.
Do you feel that a 15-year-old boy can be willing to have sex with an adult, particularly a priest?
Right now, no. Definitely not.
Former priest Lawrence Hecker is one of them. Ramon and David confronted Hecker amid years of complaints, settlements, and alleged cover-ups by the Archdiocese of New Orleans. The reporting led prosecutors to charging Hecker in 2023. He died last December, days after a judge sentenced him to life in prison.
Talk about a David and Goliath story. This is one.
David and Ramon's years of reporting is chronicled in a new documentary called God is My Witness.
My inbox was flooded with people.
The film makes its world premiere next month at the Rain Dance Film Festival in London.
Take accountability for abuse. You know, that's a big question I have.
Lindsay Quinn Petrie is the film's director.
When you see the movie, we leave it open-ended because this is still a growing process. It's still being unraveled in front of our eyes. I mean, you're here in the city and you're watching it yourself.
Mike Brandner first contacted Petrie about directing a documentary.
Archdiocese of New Orleans is 600 victims. Not counting the ones who didn't come forward or the ones that are deceased.
The story of a decades-long push for justice headed to the big screen. For Mike Brandner, it marks 30 years of fighting for someone to listen to Scott.
I think Scott is saying it right now through me. I believe that with my entire heart. You're talking to Scott.